Do you know that what you do right after sex can make a huge difference in preventing urinary tract infection and other kinds of infection? In this video, I'm going to give you 8 steps to take after you have sex to prevent infections from happening. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melody and I'm a registered nurse. I'm going to go straight to the number 1. The first one is make sure you pee after sex. I know we've heard of this one. I think most of us would have heard of this one at some point. But it is very important. Make sure you pee 5 to 15 minutes after you've had sex. This can be a bit tricky because this is when some people want to cuddle and all of that. But because of how close the vaginal opening is to the urethra, so in a woman, you don't pee from the same place you have sex from. So there is the urethra, which is where you pee from, and then there is the vagina. Because of how close these two openings are during sex, you can transfer microorganisms that are around that vulva into the urethra opening. So it's just hanging inside that opening. It can slowly go up into the bladder and then it can cause infection. But if you pee immediately after sex, what you are doing is that you are helping to flush out those things that are hanging around the urethra opening. And if it doesn't go inside the bladder, it doesn't cause an infection for you. So this is an important, especially if you're a woman that usually have a UTI after sex. This is something that you can do to prevent UTI from happening. One thing I need to clarify though is this method is very helpful in prevention of urinary tract infection that is happening in the urethra, in the bladder, in the ureter, or in the kidneys. It will help to prevent infection from happening there. But if it is a sexually transmitted disease, once you've had sex, this is a different kind of situation. Peeing after sex is not going to do anything. So if you are preventing against sexually transmitted disease, you should have already used protection to have that sex. It will not do anything for STD. Another thing you can do after sex is to drink water. And the reason you may be drinking water is because, for example, if you didn't feel like peeing because probably there is nothing in your bladder to pee, you need that water now, which will help you produce urine for you to pee and clear your urethra. So that is the reason why you need to drink water after sex. If you have watched this video to this point, why have you not subscribed? Please make sure you subscribe and also turn on the notifications so that you know when I post more videos. It's important. It helps to support the channel. The number 3 thing you can do after sex is to gently wash your vulva. So this is where most of us usually confused. The vulva is anything around that area. So that will be the urethra opening, the vagina opening, not the vagina. The vagina itself has to be inside. But that opening of the vagina, you need to wash it. The labia, the clitoris, all of these are part of the vulva. You need to wash it clean because again, you don't want anything going into the urethra. So you wash this place gently. You can use warm water or mild soap. If you don't understand what a mild soap is, use just water. That's what I usually say. If you are confused whether the soap you are going to use is mild or not, just use water. Water is enough. Avoid douching. So douching is when you try to put water or put soap inside the vagina, either maybe to remove sperm, wash out the sperm. It's not going to happen. It's already gone inside. So please avoid douching. Try not to put anything inside your vagina. You're exposing yourself to bacterial infections. You're exposing yourself to yeast infection if you put anything inside your vagina. This can be soap, water, anything at all. Even if you think it is safe, nothing is supposed to go inside the vagina. You're disrupting the normal bacteria that are found in the vagina. And if you do that, you cause yourself to have an infection. The number 5 thing you need to do is to wipe from front to back. When you wipe from front to back, that is, you are wiping towards the anus, not wiping from the anus to the front. If you do it the opposite way, you are introducing fecal matter or other bacteria into the urethra, which is going to cause infection for you. So wipe from front to back after sex. The 6th thing you need to do is to change your sweaty underwear. So if your underwears are wet or sweaty, you need to change them into a more comfortable and dry cotton underwear. These ones are breathable to help to prevent any infection from happening. Another important thing you need to do is to watch out for symptoms. Now, even if you've done some of these things, you can still have things like yeast infection. You can still have a urinary tract infection. It is actually very common. In fact, more women will have a UTI than men because of how close the urethra is to the vagina. So even if you've done some of these things, you can still get a UTI. So this is something to watch out for. If you have signs of UTI, some of them can resolve on their own. But if you have a UTI that is giving you signs and symptoms, that is lasting for days and is not clearing up on your own, you should definitely see a healthcare professional for that, because you don't want it getting bad. So watch out for signs of a UTI when you've had sex. The final one I'm going to mention is make sure you go for routine checks. Even if you feel fine and all right, you need to still have regular checkup with your doctor, especially when it comes to sexually transmitted diseases. They are one of those things that can stay in the system. They will last there for years and years. In fact, some sexually transmitted diseases can just be asymptomatic, like you don't have any symptoms. Most women even find out they have an STD when they try to find out the reason why they have infertility. They find out that, oh, there's an STD that has not been treated. So this is why you need to regularly visit your doctor, and also practicing safer sex is very important. Using protection is very, very important for preventing STDs. Not just using protection, make sure you are using it every time you need to use it. Use it from the beginning of the sex to the end of the sex. It's not something you just, So yes, regular checkup with your doctor is very, very important. If you have watched this video to the end, have you subscribed? Why? So please subscribe to the channel. It's very important. It supports the channel. And click the notification bell so that you know when we post new videos or when I go live.